Hello, my very dear Pisces. So, what I started seeing today for you as I was getting ready to do this was my cat. And it started yesterday when I was thinking of doing you, and I thought, no, that can't be right, but it's happening again. So, as I pursued that, I started realizing that I wanted to tell you to be like a cat. That it's almost like you lived through your dog years of, that kind of thing. And now it's time for you to be like a cat. So what does that mean? I just immediately started seeing my girl here and all the different things about her that I've been really appreciating. And the thing that comes, there are several things that comes to mind, and the cards really reflect this as well. The choose card comes up. And for me, it's like, right, okay. One of the things that I love about her is she will choose every single day how she wants to play. She will choose whether or not she wants to eat that food or whether or not she's going to hold out and wait for me to give her something else. Is she going to be really, really active, or is it going to be a day where she's just going to go upstairs to her little loft and pass out? That there's no rigidity in her. She keeps me on my toes because she is choosing in any given moment. Does she want affection? Does she want to just be off somewhere? Does she want to play? How does she want to play? Does she want to be in this window? No, she would really rather be in that one. Thank you very much. So get on it and open it, would you please? There's always something going on with her that I get to watch. And there's something else that really stands out specifically for you. And that is suspension of disbelief. I look at her while we're playing, and she knows perfectly well that I'm dangling the stick with this great thing on the end she loves. She knows it. She sees my hand. But she's willing to just let go of that in order to enjoy the moment of being able to chase after this thing. And that, I think, to me is one of the things that I appreciate the most, is that, I can feel bad about the fact that I'm not letting her outside, which I can't do because of our environment. She could get nabbed by a big owl or a hawk. She could, but she is perfectly happy and crazy happy to play with this thing on the end of a stick and act like she's hunting it. It is beautiful to watch. And then, of course, all of a sudden she'll turn around and she'll come for my hand in a gentle way, don't get me wrong. But it's like, I know this. I know this is a game. I know you're there. I'll pretend this, but yes, you know that I know you're there. So I love that about her because it is a suspension of disbelief, but it's not self-delusion. And that's the difference. And I feel like this is one of the things that I want to say to you. You have got the love card that comes up. And of course, when I saw cat, all of a sudden I started hearing Al Stewart's Year of the Cat. And when I looked it up, I love the music, and there's that easy quality that flowing kind of quality that I also associate with the cat, that kind of energy I would like to see you with right now. But the Year of the Cat apparently is about somebody being in an exotic land, probably Vietnam, because they use the cat as a symbol in their astrology, whereas the traditional Chinese astrology uses a rabbit instead of a cat. So the Year of the Cat is talking about potentially it being the Year of the Cat, or this woman being the sign of the Year of the Cat, born in the Year of the Cat, whatever. But it's about an exotic love story where somebody just kind of meets somebody in a crowd and gets swept up in the adventure of it. And again, it's that quality of fantasy and excitement, but easy, smooth. It's got that quality to it. And I feel like that is what you're being encouraged to follow. Not necessarily love. I don't feel like this is a love reading. But what I do feel is that you're being encouraged to focus on that quality of love that is easy love, that quality of love that is the essential nature of who we are as humans. That animating love, that divine love, that essence of being love rather than giving love. You know, the giving of love, oh my God, how much pain have so many of us experienced within the context of love relationships. And usually it's because it is being experienced with fear of loss. It's being experienced with that's not love, that's greed, that's control, that's this, that's that, but there's pain associated with it. And that's because it's being lived very much through the human personality of what love means, as opposed to that deeper sense of love is and it radiates, and it's not the other kind of love that creates pain, which is I'll give you this if you give me that, or I'll give you this and I'll be expecting that. It's not reciprocal, right? I mean, it becomes reciprocal in that moment, whereas the true nature of love is that it's not, it just simply is. And again, that goes along with that sense of that, you know, my cat can curl up anywhere and go into a deep sleep, and the next moment she can fly into the windowsill to watch the birds. And it's that quality of ease from one mood to the next, but nothing is harsh. No transition is difficult. And that's what I feel is there for you, and where you're being really encouraged to move into. No more of this running, trying to please, panting crazily, chasing after somebody or things like a dog would. It's more the cat, the ease, the loving on my terms, but just loving, just being life. Maybe that's what it is about cats. Yeah. Okay. I quite adore them, so I might have gone on a tangent there. You're being asked to choose. So for this, I'm going to say, in order to get into that quality of cat energy, you're being asked to choose like a cat would. So, and you're being asked to deliberately do this for a little while. Now, choosing is interesting because we make a lot of choices without realizing they're choices. They just become habits, but we do them by default. So what you're being suggested to do here is to set a system for yourself, set a bit of a structure for yourself, so that every time you're about to do something that you would normally do it differently. So if, for example, you always have coffee at 10 in the morning, have it check in, okay? Do I want to have coffee at 10 in the morning? Do I want it now? Do I want coffee? Maybe I want tea. Maybe I'd like a cold drink, or maybe just water, or maybe I want to eat, whatever. But change it up, check in, really check in and say, what do I want to do? And you also get the Be Your Own Hero card. So I would say, really, Pisces, be on the lookout for making choices about what really makes you feel good and about what is really good for you. So I think this is really, really relevant on so many levels. And one of the things that I think is really valuable to look at is choosing to say yes or no to somebody else. How many times are you saying yes to somebody else when you could say no? And if you said no, it would free up your time to do something you would really like. So check in with that. How many times did I say no? Or how many times did I not say no when I could have said no? Why? What was the feeling behind that? And what did I not do? Or what did I not save time for by saying yes to somebody else that I didn't want to? So that's really something to look at. And you can look at that certainly as a pattern in your life. But I'm feeling that it's really much more. Well, you can look at that. Certainly that will go back. Certainly that will go back to how you've been conditioned. It always does. But this is your opportunity to look at that and realize where your choices have been habitual, where and then you go to forgiveness, which is you forgiving you and realizing it's programming. It's just programming. And now you get a chance to look at what the programming is and change it. Because however you were shaped from before, you are not that you're different now. You have tools you didn't have then. Okay, so forgive yourself. Actually, applaud yourself for dealing with it in a way that you were able to manage, and now look at where you can change it. Okay, but all with that beautiful energy of the cat that is so contained in themselves, that is so free to relax, and then free to spring, and then free to eat or not eat. It's got that, and free to love. Just, I mean, my goodness. Okay, I won't go on a tangent again. So free, that freedom, that ease, that movement, that cats don't blame themselves for anything. And you know what? They don't blame you either. They're pretty cool. So be a cat, Pisces. Be a cat. Take care.